Okay, so my next exercise is to, on the ground, have my horse bend his head to me or flex laterally. So I'm going to bring my horse out here to where you can see it good. And I'm going to ask him to bring his head around here. And I can let go and he'll leave it there for a second. So that one was pretty good. He left it there for a second. Turn him around. And we'll do it to this side. Pull. Second and third to last ones were pretty good, but they didn't count because he was watching something out of frame, so I asked him to bring his head back to me and he left it there for a second. My next exercise is to tie his head around and make him move off a little bit. I'm just going to lay my outside rein across his neck. I'm going to put him out here away from the wall a little bit so that when he decides that he needs to move, he can. I just tied it in a little half hitch. That way if he gets in trouble and I need to get in and stop him real quick, I can and untie that pretty easy. Well, I'm asking him to move a little. I'm out of frame, but I asked him. There, he's going to stop again. He's had this done a lot when he was a real young colt, so now he's out of frame. I'm going to go untie him. Bring him back up into frame and maybe out just a little bit farther so that he stays in a little longer. Oof. There, he's tied around that way, and he's going to go ahead and move off for himself. I've taught him that when I've got his head around, he ought to find his feet and then stop. So he's looking there. I've got him bitted around pretty good. He's looking for where his release is. He's going to turn around in another circle here maybe, or just back up. So since he stood there and gave to the pressure without any bad things, I'm going to wait for him to stop again and go up and untie him. And before I go any farther, I do want to point out, I don't think you're going to be able to see them where my camera is positioned, but I have boots on this horse. If he were to get his feet tangled up, I like to have boots on him, protect his legs and keep his legs good. I always ride him with boots, and I put boots on him whenever I'm doing stuff. He's not a colt anymore. He knows where his feet are, but if he were to get tied up, I want to have boots on him so that he doesn't bang his legs all up. So after I tie the head around, my next exercise is to bit him up and lunge him around. And he's broke good enough that even if he is bitted up a little, he ought to just stand there and give to the pressure and wait for me to move him off. So I put my lunge line on him and gonna put my gloves on just in case he were to do something stupid. I work on keeping him safe with his boots. I might as well put my gloves on for my hands. I realized right off the bat that I didn't get this tied very even. That's a little better. He's gonna go out of frame. Maybe that's a good enough circle where he stays in frame for the most part. He's walking nicely. He's got his head flexed vertically. He's not bothered at all by it. Ask him for a trot. We can go around this way, bit it up, and my reins aren't quite even, but he's not bothered by it. And I'm going to go ahead and stop there because I'm going to watch that video and see if I got him in frame for the most part.